Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? Next, today we have to do the question number 6 to 9 of workbook of chapter number 7. Question number 6, the diagram shows two people calculating the speed of sound. But you can see this is person 1, this is person 2. Person 1 is holding a stopwatch and person 2 is having a pistol in his hand. The distance between these two persons is 400 meters. The person B fires a starting pistol into air. Person A starts a stopwatch as soon as the smoke from the pistol is seen. The watch is stopped as soon as the person B hears the sound from the pistol. This experiment is repeated 3 times. The results are shown in the table. Experiment number 1. Time for sound to travel 400 meter is in the first experiment it is 1.2 seconds. In the second experiment it is 1.1 seconds. In the third experiment it is 1.3 seconds. We have to calculate its average. Part 1. Why do you think the experiment was carried out 3 times? The experiment was carried out 3 times to get an average and more accurate results. Part 2. Calculate the average time for the sound to travel 400 meter. Put your answer in the table. In order to do this, we have to first we will add 1.2 plus 1.1 plus 1.3. It will be equal to 3.6. Then we will calculate average. As you know that average is equal to the sum of quantities over number of quantities. So 3.6 divided by 3 is equal to 1.2 seconds. The average time will be 1.2 seconds. Part 3. Calculate the speed of sound using this formula. Speed of sound is equal to distance between person A and person B divided by average time for sound to travel this distance. The distance between person A and B is 400 meter and the average time for the sound to travel this distance is 1.2 seconds. So we have to divide 400 with 1.2 seconds and it will come out 333.3 meter, and as it is the speed of the sound, its unit will be meter per second. We can say that speed of the sound is 333.3 meter per second approximately. Question number 7. The table shows the level of noise produced in various situations. These are the various situations, and this is here is their noise level in decibel. A quiet library. When the persons are sitting in the library and studying there, the noise level is very low and it is approximately 20 decibel. An English lesson in a classroom. When the teacher is teaches the English lesson in the classroom, its noise level is 40 decibels. A washing machine working have the noise level of 60 decibel. A bike traveling along a road is making noise whose level is 80 decibel. A factory making metal fencing is having a noise level of 100 decibel. A rock concert is having a noise level of 120 decibel. Part 1. What does dB stand for? The dB stand for decibel. It is the unit of noise level. Part 2. Explain why a factory making metal fencing is noisier than a library. The factory making metal fencing is noisier than a library because of the vibration caused by the metal fencing against each other is greater as compared to a library. Part 3. Which situations could cause deafness? Among these the situations that are given in the table, a rock concert can cause deafness because its noise level is 120 decibel. Part 4. A. How could someone working in a noisy environment avoid permanent damage to their ears? Beta, someone working in a noisy environment avoid permanent damage to their ears by wearing earmuffs. Part B, explain how this would work. Beta, it would work by stopping loud noise vibration from entering the ear and hitting against the eardrum. Part 5, modern hearing aids can be of great help to a deaf person. What do hearing aids do to the sound entering the ear of a deaf person? Beta, these hearing aids amplify the vibrations of the sound according to the hearing capacity of a deaf person. Question number 8. The diagrams A, B, C, D show 4 traces of sound waves on an oscilloscope. This is diagram A. It indicates this sound wave. This is diagram B. It indicates sound wave of less amplitude. Diagram C indicates sound wave of highest amplitude. And diagram D indicate sound waves of high amplitude and high frequency, because the number of waves is greater as compared to other diagrams. Question number 1. Which sound is the loudest? As the loudest depend upon the amplitude of the sound. Amplitude is the distance of the sound wave from its highest distance of the sound wave from its mean position, and we can see from this diagram the amplitude of this sound is greatest. So the sound diagram C indicates the sound of loudest amplitude. Which sound has the highest pitch? This diagram shows the sound of highest pitch because the pitch depends upon the frequency, and frequency is the number of vibrations set up by the vibrating body in 1 second. As 1, 2, 3, 4 waves are produced in this diagram, so its frequency is greater as compared to A, B and C. Diagram D indicates the sound that has the highest pitch. Part 3. Which sound has the smallest amplitude? Diagram B shows the sound of smallest amplitude. Part 4. Which sound has the highest frequency? Diagram D shows the sound of highest frequency. Part 5. Which trace is most likely to have been produced by a gently plucking a thin, tight guitar string? But this situation is indicated by diagram B. And B, banging a bass drum hard. But this situation is shown by diagram D. Question number 9. The diagram shows the human ear. Label the diagram using these words: canal, cochlea, eardrum, ear flap, hammer, anvil and stirrup, nerve to the brain, semicircular canals. But we have to label this internal structure of the ear. This part indicates ear flap. This shows the ear canal. These are the 3 smallest bones, that is hammer, anvil and stirrup. Next, these are the semicircular canals. This part is cochlea, that is filled with liquid and nerve cells. And this is the nerve to the brain. Clear? Part 2. Describe how the sound from a mobile phone ringing tone reaches the brain. Better, this ear flap will collect the sound waves from the mobile and force them to the ear canal. The vibrating ear column here causes the 3 bones, hammer, anvil and stirrup to vibrate. These vibrating bones will cause the liquid inside the cochlea to vibrate and to form the signals that are electrical signals that are sent to the brain through the auditory nerves. That is nerve to the nerves that go to the brain. and in this way we are able to hear the sound. Part 3a, what is noise pollution? Too much noise causes noise pollution. Part B, give 2 examples of noise pollution. Traffic noise can be a nuisance to people who live close to the main roads. The noise from radio and machinery can be a nuisance to people who want to relax in their garden on a sunny afternoon. Thank you.